The presidential election's coming to a near, and we are fortunate enough to have one of the presidential and vice presidential candidates with us in the room. Lysosomes, peroxisomes, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hello, my name is Lysosome, and I'm extremely honored to be speaking in front of so many Barbies today. To give you some background on who I am, I currently live in the cytoplasm, and I'm a sphere-shaped sac filled with hydrolytic enzymes. Some reasons you should vote for me are that I help break down unwanted macromolecules, perform cell memory repairs, and am active in the defense against foreign substances such as bacteria and viruses. I work with the endomembrane system through vesicular transport. Now, I will be handing off my spotlight to my running mate, Parasomes.
Hello, all in Barbieland. Similarly to lysosomes, I am thrilled to be here and have a similar work experience. I'm made of a phospholipid bilayer with many membrane-bound proteins free-floating in the cytoplasm. You should vote for me because I oxidize certain molecules such as fatty acids and amino acids. The oxidation reactions produce hydrogen peroxide, which I have to convert into water and oxygen using catalase. Furthermore, I have worked alongside the endoplasmic reticulum for peroxisomal growth, positioning, and lipid metabolism, as well as the mitochondria for cellular metabolic functions.
Because both Parasome and I prioritize keeping the need of the overall cell by doing the laborious work of breaking down molecules, we are the best candidates for their respective offices.
Sorry to interrupt you guys, but we have breaking news. Apparently there have been multiple reports of inappropriate behavior from other presidential and vice presidential candidates. From our sources, it appears that prokaryotes are in hot waters. Apparently they're spreading cholera and tuberculosis to all the Barbies. Can any of you guys comment?
Why, of course! Prokaryotes is known to be a unicellular organism with no distinct nucleus or specialized organelles. Thus, it's clear that they do not have the intellect required to be president of Barbieland. If anything, they are destroying it by spreading so many diseases.
Now on to other news. Apparently the nucleus and nucleolus duo have made some harmful remarks. Because they contain the cell's DNA, their ego is through the roof, reports say. Peroxisomes, do you have anything to say to that?
Although disheartening, it's not surprising. They have held too much power for way too long. I would also like to utilize this time to share my insight on the other candidates. First off, I would like to mention the candidate duo mitochondria and chloroplast. The mitochondria is often thought of as the organelle that empowers the cell, but really it's prejudiced against old age. With age, the mitochondria decreases ATP production as well as antioxidant defense.
I would also like to add, in addition to Barbie Parasome's thoughts, the cell wall and cytoskeleton function to maintain the structure of the cells, but is that all they are good for? The cell wall is rigid, having difficulty letting loose and going with the flow. On the other hand, the cytoskeleton continually reorganizes, showing lack of confidence and stability.
Wow, this is all such revolutionizing information. Is there anything you guys would like to add?
Yes, I would also like to mention that the candidate duo Smooth ER and Golgi apparatus should not be voted in either. The Smooth ER doesn't have ribosomes, depending way too much on other organelles to create proteins. Furthermore, the mistakes of the Golgi apparatus can be extremely dire. If it does not perform its current duties correctly, it can lead to neurological diseases or even cellular death. The Rough ER isn't much better in this regard. If the Rough ER cannot fold properly, it can lead to a plethora of diseases. Plus, its running mate, ribosomes, makes a mistake every 1,000 to 10,000 codon translated. And now, I would like to hand it off to Barbie Parasome to conclude our airtime.
The cell membrane, although it acts as a protective barrier, is classist. It lets small, nonpolar molecules enter, but not larger polar molecules. Imagine that mentality as president. Barbieland would be doomed. Its running mate, membrane proteins, also is prejudiced, but against solutes. When they have to transfer substances across the cell membrane barrier, they have to differentiate between different classes of solutes.
Alright Barbies, that's all the news for today. Thank you so much Barbie Lysosome and Barbie Peroxisomes for speaking today. I hope you folks watching have a great rest of your day and choose the right presidential and vice presidential candidates.
Stop playing with them, Riot. And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a can. Like Daddy, Stacy, Nikki. All of the Barbies is